Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is for you when you're watching this. It'll probably be, I'll put it on whenever. It's a glorious afternoon. This has been recorded Tuesday afternoon. I've just done Dixon Road, so you'll be watching, this is the one after that. If you look over there, I've tried showing before recently, but I'm at Ginn Square at the moment, and can you see over there that it just, you see there, and that is Barrow, the lakes and what have you. Seeing as over at Ginn Square, it's coming out a little bit at the moment. I can even see the clouds over parts of the you know, the hill and what have you, the hilly parts. That's a good one, biker. Let's put that back to normal. Sorry for, but it's a cracking afternoon. I've put like an outdoor jumper on, if you know what I mean. Even the wind farm's coming out that way. But I'm walking back towards town anyway, and we're at Ginn Square, so I thought we'd do a little video for you. We've not done round here for a while. I mean, that hotel there, it's such a shame, you know, because look at the size of it. Sorry, it's still not right, that. Now I've got it. There you go, you know how technical I am. So we'll have a wander down towards, you know, northish, going down towards north. We might go on to a middle walk in a minute. This is where there's, for those that aren't aware, coming this way, this is where the three walks start, coming this way, if you know what I mean. So you've got the middle walk just starting here, literally just there. And then I'm on top walk, or the promenade road, and you see lower walk down there. So the three walks start here. If you're walking, you know, at Ginn Square, if you're walking towards, down towards the Metropole. Oh, that makes sense. Explain everything right. It's a bit like the old one, isn't it? I'm playing the right notes, just in the wrong order. Who was that? Was that? Go on, the comedians. Oh, come on. I'll get it in a minute. I'll come back to that one. Look, this one here. I remember the fence has been around this one here as well. Just, you see that? It's once again in it, like we've said about when we've done the other hotels in the past. You know, that are just dilapidated. Look at the state of that. The windows are put through and everything, aren't they? It's such a shame, because look at the view they've got from there. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. There would have been at one time anyway. That is such a shame, isn't it? Once again, all the people that stopped there over the years. I'm not sure, I presume these are about 1890 again, you know, 1890, 1895 sort of time. I presume anyway. You know, that sort of time frame. What a cracking afternoon though, honestly. The sun's warm. The two Ronnies. Was it the two Ronnies? That'll bug me, I tell you. That'll so bug me. Might be the two Ronnies. Or was it Morecambe and Wise? Morecambe and Wise it was. It was Morecambe and Wise. You'll get there eventually, biker lad. Oh, you're going to have a laugh, aren't you? We're on these little jaunts. I've just noticed it's only Tuesday and they've got the old trams on again. Unless it was just one, you know, a one-off, they were trialling one or something. But one passed me just a couple of minutes before I started recording. Cracking up this end, even if you go further up north as well. The Cherry Blossom Inn, just there. Now that used to have a public bar to it, 'cause me and Suey used to go there donkeys years ago. Whether it's still open, I don't know, as a public, but you know, in the summer, in the season, I'm not aware. But one time you just went in there on the corner, just there, you can see where it's sticking out a bit there. Now biker, just there. Feeling a bit better today, by the way, I don't know why. One day's good, one day's bad. But hopefully, see what I mean, just there. And they used to have the public bar to it. They would have a walk up now and again, you know, and then probably have one in there, one in Uncle Tom's, you know, and just have a little stroll on a Saturday afternoon. That's where I've just been doing, up there on Dixon Road, that is. Runs parallel with here if you've missed that video. You weren't bothered about watching that one. What a cracking day. That is just... The sea's so calm as well. So I've got chatterbox head on today. The Grand from the front. Obviously Derby Bath's what was. Said about that many a time, so we won't go into that one. Not sure, to be fair, if the tides, it's quite high and quite low tides at the moment. Where just a couple of weeks ago, if you remember me saying that most mornings I say it's a low or high tide, or meant to be low or high tides, and what it's meant to be. But at the moment, they're really low and really high tides. But obviously bikers come out at the wrong time to show you. Because that's not right out. You can tell with North Pier, if it's really low, it'd be past North Pier, you know, further out than the end of North Pier. And it's not the moment. It might not be coming out too clearly on the phone, on film, camera, whatever you screen. And there's a Grand for your conference and spa. Yeah, next stop, we're coming up to the Ambassador when that was all knocked down. Hoodles of videos on when that were being demolished. Just want to go on the old Blackpool Biker Ambassador Hotel demolition. Shows you just about from start to finish. Even when they did the wall at the side, you know, that one there, because it was just left. They put some like tarpaulin up, like a membrane, if you want to call it that, to start with, and then there was a bit of a storm that all got ripped down. Well, what a cracking afternoon to, if you like to just sit by the sea and chill. I don't know, I think people start feeling a bit better when it gets a bit nicer, don't you? It's just human nature. We need to have sun and some vitamin D, and you know what I mean, and not be dark when you go to work if you are, you know what I mean, and dark when you come home. You know what I mean? If you're in an office, I've never really been in offices since I was a young'un. I say a young'un, you know, early doors doing telesales and what have you. I've been on the road normally. Yeah, so that's the Ambassador. Rutland Strand, I've said about so many times. Literally, we stood here, or we're just going to go by. This is where Alan Bradley will run over, runs out the Strand. You can see the blue plaque on the Strand there if you're ever coming by. It tells you the history. The tram. That's now at Tram Town. Whew. Arm's getting tired. I've got gimbal and mic and everything with me, but I don't see point, to be honest. It's more natural without. The only thing is you have to hold the phone next to your face if you're talking. Whereas if you've got the mics on and gimbal, you know, you've got more. Look at that now, glistening, isn't it? That is absolutely glistening, seriously. What a cracking afternoon. It really is. The trams are pretty busy actually. This is Wilton Parade stop here where the tram is at the moment. You know Wilton Parade, right next to the Imperial, look. Next to the Imperial Hotel. Is it worth going down at middle and bottom walk? It's not really, is it? If the tide was in, I would have done, but with it not being. Yeah, the Imperial. For those that don't know, Biker did do the champagne bar there. You used to walk in and just to the right it used to be, and back on yourself, if you know what I mean. I'm doing it with my hands, showing you. Did the champagne, what, put your teeth in, lad. Champagne bar there when it was the Conservative Party conference. Yeah. It is warm. Yeah, so you had all the submarines apparently out to sea. It was that time. I have said before, but for those that's only just joined the channel, you had to sign the Official Secrets Act and what have you, and oh god, the town was horrendous because it was just after the Grand Hotel bombing in Brighton, was it? Brighton comes to mind anyway. Now, someone said they were stopping at the Park House. Was it the Park House? I'm sure. So it was the Park House. These are the sort of afternoons, so seriously, you don't need to be that wrapped up. It's cracking. So it looks like the tide's going out by what I can see. It looks like it's further towards the end of the pier now. It's glistening, isn't it? Look at that. Not a bad pick, eh? I'll just show you a few of the hotels if you're not aware what there is round here. And your tram stop's just there, we've just passed it. And then there's one just again up here, which is counted as Pleasant Street stop. Pleasant Street being the most misnamed street in the town. Only kidding. No, I'm not. Yeah, so you've been alright with that though. I'll show you these few hotels here. We've done round here that many times. This is where I do an early morning walk 99.9% of the times. Because it's easy, I live round here, so it's just on the Prom. When we do the early mornings, which we may do tomorrow morning, because we've not done one for a couple of days. Show you what it's like. It'd be nice if it stops like this for a while. There's certain somebody's coming soon to town. Woody & Co. and Linda's. Anyway, we'll leave it here. I'm going to walk on. I'm going towards town. I'm not going to go Biker Towers yet. Could do. I'm literally a minute away from Biker Towers. But, well, no, not a minute, but you know what I mean. So we'll leave it here. It's getting a bit long, droning on biker. Most of all, stay safe, you know what it is. Have a cracking day.